Did you know that on the dating sites, women, average looking women, get sometimes 200 to 300 emails in a single day, depending on how provocative and suggestive the photo is there, and how revealing it is and things, and how good she looks. They get in the order of between sometimes 150 to 300 emails in one day. A friend of mine who was very active in the dating scene a couple years back said that he was never getting any response from women in the States on dating sites. So he made a profile. He's an engineer and he's very savvy with this stuff. So he made a profile of a woman, with a semi-suggestive photo, and said, "I'm looking for a casual dating and no commitment. I'm not insisting on commitment or long-term relationship. I just want to have some fun. I just got out of a divorce. Some BS like that." And he said that he put it on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and by about 5 o'clock he had 122 responses from men. Now, the reason I mention this is because of several things. One, listening to this would think, oh my God, then these women should have no problem meeting guys. Well, then why is it that we see the same women, the same faces on these websites? Sometimes, actually quite often, one woman is on multiple websites with the same picture. They don't even bother changing the picture, sometimes for years. So if they're getting that much response and they're still not meeting a man, or they're meeting somebody, they're casually dating him, but he's not nearly what they think the best they can do, so they're still online. I really hate to be in a position of that man. Probably we've all been there without even knowing it. But imagine you're dating a woman and she's still on has an active profile on dating sites. How does that make you feel? Unless you are in the pump and dump situation, which is actually quite advisable in great majority of cases. How does that make you feel about this woman? How could you respect her for 1 second or take her seriously? But back to the point is, if they're getting that much response and they still cannot meet a man, what do you think is the problem? Because we all know in the US, and I say in the US, and because I have known people that have tried these dating sites such as Tinder, Bumble, you name it. And they say, they write to maybe 100 women, same form letter message, and they get maybe one match. And but when they're overseas, they write to maybe 20 and they get 5 matches. I'll get to why that is in a second, but that is most definitely true. If you have not tried it, you will find that is true. But again, back to the main point. If they're getting that many responses, why is it that they are not meeting someone right away, like in that same day? I tell you why. It's because, first of all, the photos that these women put on and the things they say represents actually absolutely the very best photo that they've taken, and the message is even meaningless. So many of them say these. First of all, about 85% of the men don't even read the garbage that they write. But even if you read them, they like walk on the beach, hiking, travel, dogs. Who honestly cares? You could love 99% of the same things in life and not be able to form a relationship with any of them. What you like in common really has very little to do. It sure helps, but it has very little to do with actually a relationship working. The reason these women cannot meet anyone in all these times, despite the high number of at-bats they get, is because they are delusional. They have these unrealistic expectation of men and a long list of things that they believe they deserve, and no man in reality can live up to any of that. And you know, also that is the single biggest factor. They do not meet anyone, and they end up being lonely with their pets and a wine bottle. But the other thing is, these women usually, if you're dating anyone past their beginning, early 30s and up, they're already divorced at least once or twice. They've got at least 1 or 2 series of kids from 2 different men. And they're jaded. We all know the rate of divorce is about 50%, 55%, and the rate of second marriage and third marriage divorce are upwards of 75 to 85%. So these women are badly jaded. They've been lied to by every Tom, Dick, and Harry who wants to get into their pants, and they've heard it all. And also, the most important thing is they are set in their ways and used to their life, as miserable as it is. They are used to it, and it's very hard for them to get back, to give up the freedom that they've gotten used to, and to get back into a relationship. What they really want, besides an ideal man that checks all the boxes, which very, very, very few people on earth do, and the ones that do don't want to be with them. Besides that fact, they really want a man who's there at their chosen times, meaning they want to have all the time to do the things they want to do, attend to their kids, go out with their girlfriend, have their alone time to sit there without makeup and with their hairs in a ponytail and their sweatpants looking like crap while they're eating a pint of ice cream. And once in a while, when on a Saturday night and Friday night comes around and they want to be wined and dined by a sucker who takes them out to dinner and everything, yeah, in those times they like a man around. But they only really want a part-time boyfriend / slave. They really don't want a full, they do not want, even though they are advertising for it, they do not want a man, because you see that a lot of them match up with someone, get a boyfriend, and it really ends up being nothing more than an extended one-night stand. Basically, someone who's there for a while and having sex and going out to a few dinners and movies and everything, and then they realize that that's really all they want from each other, because both of them are active on the dating sites, and they have this illusion of abundance of all the other great magnificent box-checking mates that is waiting for them, when in reality it's a illusion of abundance is all it is. These dating sites can be renamed illusion of abundance. When a woman goes out on a date and she comes home and she has 35 other supposed suitors in her inbox, well, she thinks, well, that guy was nice, but well, what about all these other guys? They can't help themselves. They're tempted. And the dating sites, if everyone that was there met someone right away, would the dating sites still be in business? The dating sites are actually betting that you don't meet anyone. They're betting and hoping that you do not meet anyone, so they could continue offering their service to the falsely hopeful. So I hope that I've been able to get this point across about the women and the high attention they get and the validation they get out of these dating sites, which is one of their main purposes for being on there, and one of the few things that they will accomplish are being on there, just being validated. They put some picture on there, and the fact that they get 100 emails from some desperate man who has a copy and paste message that he sends to everyone, like throwing darts in the dark and hoping one of them hits the target, and they let that go to their head, and they think that, oh my God, I still got it. The women will think, oh, I still got it. All these men want to go out with me. It's a sad affair, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sad affair, and that's why you see so many people lonely. There are tens of thousands of people on multiple dating sites still hopeful, when in fact they're just wasting their time. All the best they can get is extended one-night stands. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless.